All right, here we go, guys. Everything was taken care of to get us up to the point of breaking this thing in. Our initial start. So right now, everything has been checked over, assembled. The exhaust is on. We have our coolant system filled. I just put this here for the time being. Like I said, we're doing an initial fire. We got to check everything out. I have the spark plugs pulled. And I'm going to, hopefully this battery charged up good enough. And we're going to crank it over. We're going to get oil up to the top. And I went and got 5 gallons of ethanol-free fuel. So I had some more. So I have like 6 or 7 gallons here to put into the tank, which will get me pretty full. And we'll check out the fuel system, make sure we don't have no leaks. We're going to probably jump out the relay and build up the pressure. Right now, I didn't want to have anything hooked up. So there's still no fuel. The relay's still pulled. We're full on oil. We're going to hook up our battery. Like I said, we don't have any plugs in, so we can get this engine to crank over pretty quick. Let's crank this thing over. Get you up close and personal. I was going to say, the way that cranked over the first time, I thought we had a good battery. Let's see what we got to do here. Alright, I hooked up the jumper pack. It says it's got 12.2. Cranked it over a couple more times. I'm feeling pretty confident. So, I'm going to get all of the plugs put back in. I'm going to reinstall the coil. We're going to add some fuel to it. And we're going to check out our fuel system and make sure that that's good to go. And we're going to start this thing up, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the relay, and I'm going to do key on, engine off a couple times to make sure that the fuel pump is kicking on like it's supposed to. One, and you know what I mean, make sure it's coming on with the key. So let's try that. So far, so good. Everything sounds good with the fuel system. I'm going to pull out my relay. I'm going to take my jumper wire. That puts us at 55. I'm going to bump this down to below 50. Okay, just put it down to 48. All right, that's going to be a good place for me to start. We've done everything that we possibly can do right now. Spilled a little coolant. We got 20 minutes in. There was a problem that I noticed right off the get-go. It does have, there's some kind of a wiring problem. It's acting like the cam sensor's bad. So, I don't know if it's because of the cams or if it's something else, but I just left it run. I could bring the revs up to about 2,300. And I was checking the temperature because no temperature was reading. I even tried hooking up my scanner to see if I could read any of the codes what was running. For some reason it just doesn't want to. Let's see if it'll show when we do the key jingle. 627, 517, 335. Okay, so I don't know if that was, some of them codes might be from initial crank, when I cranked it over, and maybe that's why it's holding the code, because it wasn't starting, and I had, you know, I had the relay pulled for the fuel. I also had the other one pulled, so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna have to check that stuff, and we'll have to go from there. But initial fire up, check it out, man. No leaks on my floor.